Okay, I believe that I am live and I'm going to start my timer. So I've got 20 minutes to do something amazing to this picture right here. And hopefully the censors or the whoever the heck they are will just leave us alone. Uh, I was going to show you my computer, and I've put something heavy down on top of the power cord. I can't pull it over here and show you. So anyway, I've got pictures over here. I just got a folder full of almost random. Well, it is random stuff. So I've got Alice in Wonderland, some Muppets, a punk rocker, a really cool stone walkway, some really cool moss-covered trees, some more Muppets, a girl with a chainsaw, and a couple more cool trees. Oh, the army of skeletons from Jason and the Argonauts. Um, Another Harryhausen thing of uh, the big troll guy fighting the saber-toothed tiger. Here's a werewolf. Here's Little Red Riding Hood with a wolf. And let me see, schoolgirl costume that we used the other day. The band from the Cantina and Star Wars, and Scooby Doo. All right. I'm just going to flip through this folder for a while until I start. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what the hell am I going to do with that? And I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with that. I, you know, I didn't come here with an idea. I came here with the uh, the notion that we're just going to make it up on the fly and see what happens. But I will tell you right away some of the things I don't like. One, I did a fair job of the drawing, but like, see this hand down here? There's just not enough information there to tell you that that's her hand and her weight is resting on that and everything. It just at this point looks kind of like some weird random object sticking out of her butt, and that just won't do. So I'm gonna make that go away, and I think it's kind of ruining it that she's facing away from us. So first and foremost, I'm gonna have her facing back towards us. Now her chin isn't gonna come up and over her shoulder, that would break her neck. So she's still gonna be uh, mostly turned away, because heck, she's got her back to us, but she can turn slightly in our direction. That's going to tilt her head away a little bit. So maybe probably even a little bit more than I just did. So uh, do that a little more severely and do that. And so now I think that's going to be a bit more engaging to have her looking over here saying, hey, what are you looking at? And I don't know what kind of hair she's got because I don't know what kind of person she is. I don't know. I could make her head a little bigger. That little measurement there, her head height, ought to line up basically with her nipple on a young, perky breasted person. Um, and so I can afford to kind of scale her head up to make that match, since it didn't match. Because otherwise I got to shrink everything down, and that's going to be a lot of work. So while I've got the head in flux, as it were, I can make that move around. So okay, her knee is coming up like thus and so. I'm wondering about moving that whole arm. I'm not sure. Um, if I do, what will her arm be doing? Oh, I just don't know. This one's getting me. There's on my screen right now. There's that green Twilek girl that danced for Jabba the Hutt and got eaten by the big monster in the pit. I could go that direction. Make her that. Still doesn't tell me what her arm's doing, but I can go that way. So yeah, I could do that. That's what I love about this soft charcoal. You can just kind of play around with things. Let's see, where do I want to go? Do I want to do that, or do I want to do something else? So you kind of leave both arms on the screen at once, and it tells you, you can kind of compare them and say, what do I want to do? This is changing the whole picture, and I'm not sure I mind. It wasn't that great a picture. So yeah, I might exaggerate things a bit. Got her sitting down on a table, or on some kind of block. She could still be. I was kind of thinking I could put her other leg. I don't know. I mean, that'd be more interesting. I don't know if it quite works. Yeah, we're not going to have a whole lot left of the original drawing. But like I said, that's all right. It was not that great a drawing, and it's funny because somewhere back in time, I went through stacks of my drawings and threw away the ones that weren't any good, and kept the ones that were really nice and had some potential. And then I pulled the stack out again a couple years later and go, what the hell was I thinking? That has no potential. And I threw away most of the drawings and kept only the ones that really had some potential. And so, presumably, I don't know, I've become a better artist each time. And so every time I purge that stack, I've gotten more particular, and I've gotten more. Hopefully, I've gotten better. But I'm looking at this and going, man, it's got nothing going for it. And it's been through actually 4 or 5 purges where it's survived because I thought it had something going for it. Doesn't have a lot going for it, but that's okay. It's a piece of paper. It's better than an absolutely blank piece of paper. Gives me somewhere to start this little exercise. So that's how it's going to be. I don't think it's physically possible for that knee to be that far out there. And that being the case, do I even want to go there with that? Maybe not. Maybe not. Just change my mind again. That's vexing. This guy, make up your mind. Okay, somehow I want her other leg. I want more dynamics. I don't want straight line, straight line. I mean, that happens when somebody's sitting in a chair, but doesn't make a very good picture. So I want there to be something more dynamic going on than that. So here's something. Here's to something. I'll wipe away most of the extraneous stuff, and we'll jump right into trying to, let's see if I can get a better angle. I've got a couple pictures of her. Yeah. At this point, I'm not sure that it's even the actual girl from the movie, or if it's a cosplayer who just did a really good job looking like her. Because I save photos of both when I find them. And I will make no effort to make this person look, like her facial features match anybody else's. It's just, it'll turn out however it turns out. I read a story, and you can't quote me on this story because I'm only going to get the general gist of the story correct, not the details. But they were doing remember the digitally remastered copy of Star Wars, where we all stood in line at the Cine Capri to go watch it. And there was a dance scene that had this girl and a couple others that they mapped in a new dance sequence into that. Just make more of that scene. Anyway, there's a story that one of the directors was at a diner or something, and like the waiter, he heard him say he was working on a film, and he goes, "Oh, what film are you working on?" And he said, "Well, we're doing Star Wars." And the waiter was like, "Oh, my sister was in that," and the dancer was his sister, and so that's how they found her again, because they had lost track of her and they didn't know how to find her, so they got her again, the original dancer. Of course, she was much older, but in the makeup, it doesn't matter. And she was still a dancer. She was a dancer when they found her, and she was still a dancer. Yeah. So the story went something like that. I may have all the specifics wrong. All right. That's starting to look like her a bit. I don't know. Don't quite know how her outfit would have come together. So, well, having done that much, maybe we'll do something different. We'll see. Here's a picture of two little girls showing Darth Vader the pictures on their phone. And there's a steampunk bunny rabbit. That's pretty cool. There's a vampire in Victorian clothing. There's a guy on a really huge bicycle. I was just kind of flipping through these things and getting different notions in my head, different ideas. Um, what if this girl was also a steampunk Victorian something? You know? She might have more decorations. Victorian isn't really going to work with if I do a long dress, I guess it would hide all the ways I messed up her legs. It's not a bad idea, actually. Just put her in a long dress that completely hides all that. Huh. All right. So a dress would just kind of come down like that. If she is sitting down, that's a danger. I don't really know unless I find a photo of somebody wearing a dress and sitting down with their knee up. I don't quite know what is going to happen here, so I've got to fake it, and then I've got to go find some pictures of people in dresses sitting around. Go peruse some SCA things or something like that. There's Will Evans. Hey, Will. Thanks for dropping by. And so, yeah, I don't know. It would be something. So there's a long skirt there anyways, even if it's not a full-length gown. I'm just going to keep cruising through the photos. That might be all I want out of that. Some other Victorian guys in top hats. And we'll get past that. African tribal thing. That's cool. Some toys I had when I was a kid. Well, I don't know how to describe this. This is almost like primitive African cyberpunk something. It's pretty cool. This old computer that I have, it has literally zero battery. If you unplug it, it shuts off. So the power cord is pinned down over there, and if I pick the computer up, it's off. So I'm gonna read what Evan wrote with my squinty eyes. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Okay. Yeah, that's a good solution. I don't know why. I guess that you were at a Comic Con. They figured you could draw, so you're stuck. Yeah, I can draw, except I can't draw most of your superheroes and your anime people and stuff like that because I don't know who they are, and so I will get asked, can you draw Zoopy Doopy from Galamazook? And I'm like, no. I don't know. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you want me to keep going. That's a thumbs up. And a thumbs down if you're already bored. All right. All right. So, um, I don't know where I'm going to go with this. I've got an SCA here with a big battle axe and anime chicks of some kind. Always a favorite. Uh-huh, uh-huh. A girl holding an owl. That's pretty neat. A girl with a cow. There's a little girl with a goose. Oh, here's like an evil uh, Alice in Wonderland sort of chick. And all right, I'm just going to keep going for a couple of minutes and then I'm going to turn off. Knights in armor. Apparently, I was really into Alice in Wonderland at the time I threw this folder together. I got a few of those. I like to. Wow, there's a girl with a reindeer. That's far out. There's a girl with a tea kettle on her head. Yeah, I like to not group things together in this particular uh, thing. Like, don't put all the Star Wars stuff together, and don't put all the steampunk stuff together. Just kind of um, keep it separated so that I will juxtapose things. Evan says you're on your own and going back to work. Okay, all right, back to work, Evan. Thanks. Bye. Um, yeah, I like to separate things so that I will look through my folder and I'll think Star Wars and then steampunk, and that'll make me think steampunk Star Wars. And then maybe the next picture is a dolphin, and I'll think a steampunk Star Wars dolphin, or something like that. And that will kind of jiggle my brain. And then, for reasons I cannot explain, that might get me to painting a picture of a desert tortoise or something, but it's just because my mind is going ping, 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 and making associations, some of which are there on the computer screen and some of which are just in my head, So, dolphin might remind me of some other project that I was working on or something like that. So that's how my brain works when it works at all. And I'm not quite sure. I know I want something on her arm. Okay. I don't know what I want on her arm, but like a big poofy sleeve or a lot of jewelry or chains or a snake or something. I want something on her arm. So I'm just indicating that there's something on her arm. And I think I will further indicate that it is attached somehow to her dress. Like that? Does that work? I don't know. If I make it, a big sleeve thingy here, then I just buried her whole leg, and that just completely disappeared. Which maybe is not a bad thing, but you get yourself into little painted into little corners there, and you go, oh, I wanted to do this, and maybe I better not. So thinking for now, I won't do that. But it's always an option. It's always an option to just go, this is not working, and just like bury it. Just like uh, draw R2D2 right in front of her, and and just cover everything. So there's no reason to worry about what's going on because she's just blocked off. So Kind of like Evan with his cardboard box, or the robot in a box. I kind of like that idea. So that's a good solution. I'm going to try to hold that in my head. It's like if all else fails, put it inside a cardboard box. And so what I'm going to do is between now and 2 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to try to have some thoughts on this one, and I will take your thoughts into consideration if you throw some at me. So feel free to go, oh, give her scuba gear, or give her, something, flowers, an umbrella, a rabbit. I'm going off my computer screen here. A suit of armor. Give her a whole suit of armor. Yeah. So feel free to throw some thoughts my way if you have some thoughts or objections. Please don't report me to Facebook and have my posts deleted. That's kind of a shitty thing to do. If you don't like it, if I'm really hurting your feelings, tell me about it. And the way to tell me about it is to go to patreon.com, donate some money to Gilead, and then you will have access to a mechanism where you can send me messages and say, I really don't like you. Here's some money. All right. So I hope I will see you all again very soon. See you all again for real sometime soon, but in the virtual world in which we now all exist. I hope I see you again tomorrow at 2. Bye-bye.